everyone, Stu Johnson, Stu Johnson HQ. Just want to do this video real quick on how to start a blog, what to do, how to write a blog, all that stuff. It's all good stuff. Everybody's doing it. If you're not doing it, you probably want to think about doing it, because it provides you, first of all, a blog provides you with a centralized hub where all your links, your links are coming from. Everything you're involved in is going to revolve around your blog. So if you don't have a blog, then you really you don't have a home plate, kind of, it's hard for people to track you down. If you're setting up profiles on ready-made pages and stuff on sites like LinkedIn, that's fine. Of course, I got a profile on there too, but I have a blog, and a blog is a place where people can go to find out a little more about you, see who you are and stuff like that. And so it's just a great idea just to start, because you can integrate and link in your Facebook and your Twitter account and your LinkedIn account, of course, and Pinterest, YouTube, all that stuff can be funneled into your blog, and those are huge backlinks from those social media sites. So if you have a blog and you already have all these, or if you do a blog, and you already have all these social media sites knocked out, it's going to do nothing but help your blog rank higher. Okay, because I'm an SEO specialist as well, and I know what I'm doing as far as SEO goes. And your blog is going to start ranking higher. You're going to have much better traffic. People will come from your videos on YouTube and your posts on Pinterest or Link or wherever, and they're going to come to your blog and visit you and see what's going on, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. So if you're watching this video, you're going to be taken to an article on my blog that's going to have a video in it. There may be some words around the video that it just might be a video, but it's just something that's I'm throwing out there to help people out, and something that's getting me some traffic as well. So it's worth a visit. So how to start a blog and what to do. First thing you need to do is think of a title for your blog. And normally I recommend that you use your name. So whatever your name is, if your name is John Smith, johnsmith.com is probably taken. John Smith, John and Smith are probably two of the most common names in the English language. So go for johnsmithhq.com, headquarters, right? John Smith HQ. Put the HQ in the end. When people ask what it's for, say it's headquarters. Okay, that's going to headquarters, huh? So that's your central, hub? Yeah, that's my central hub. John Smith HQ. It's easy to remember. People will go there. People will check you out. People will go a lot more often than you think they will. But you do have to tell people about your blog, what you're doing and stuff. And it's like I said, if you've already got social media set up, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you can all just pipe those into your blog. If you go to my blog, StuJohnsonHQ.com, at the top you'll see a bunch of icons for the different social media channels. From YouTube to Pinterest to RSS to just whatever, it's all there, and it's cool. So it's a real good way to tie everything that you've done together, and that's something that everybody needs to do, because it just gives you one rope to hold on to instead of all these strings all over the place, right? Because that's what it feels like after a while. You keep track of this and keep track of that. Just go to your blog. It's all right there. You just say go to my blog at .com, and that's where it's all at. But think of a title. Stu Johnson HQ is the title of my blog, or Stu Johnson, SEO specialist, copywriter. That's the title. So it's your name and what you do. If you get a little too crazy with titles and start thinking about things kind of off the topic of what you're specializing in, like sharp-looking birds and trees or something like that. Just if you're a bird watcher, that's great. But if you're in internet marketing and you don't really want to do that, you want to remain, you keep the continuity. So if you're into, say, marketing, email marketing, you might want to make it, something like, if it's John Smith email marketing blog, because that's what it's about. And then you could have different categories under the umbrella of email marketing, which helps you to branch out into other areas. There's no reason why you can't write out something else. It's just pick your main topic and then do subcategories and so on underneath that main umbrella, and then people will start to come and read your stuff, and you'll be surprised. In fact, you'll be amazed at how much more you'll get done because you have a blog. The second thing you want to do is you want to use a standard standard guidelines whenever you're posting on your blog. And what I mean by that is you want to use you set a limit of 350 words. Google needs at least 300 words on your post. Some of these videos I'm doing don't have any words because I'm not really concerned about SEO rankings with these videos. These are for LinkedIn and other social media channels, but you want at least 300 words for Google. There's also a plugin that does all this work for you. It tells you what your keyword density is, tells you what your semantic indexing is, your latent semantic indexing. That's a technical term for SEO. I'll put a link below this video to that plugin. You can find a little more about it. It's a free download. It's a free plugin. I think he charges for the pro version, but you can just download it and start using it right away. Anyway, so standard set of guidelines, 300 words or more. You can have a few links in your copy. You don't want too much. You don't want to have links all over the place, like a link farm or something. And the total amount of keywords that you want in there, like if you're writing an article on marketing strategies, if that's your keyword, you got to make sure that there's not a whole lot of competition, or you'll never make it to the first page. And you got to have the right software to do that. That is to give you that information, because if you just use Google AdWords, that gives you somewhat of an idea of what's going on, but it doesn't really tell you exactly what the competition is, and it doesn't tell you whether you have a chance, an ice cream cone's chance of making it on the first page either. It's kind of, trial and error. And I know, some people, including myself, trial and error, and, until you go crazy, right? Because you can just trial and error yourself right off the map, okay? So you need to know exactly what's going on. So I'm going to put another link under there. This other thing called marketing. It's basically... It's a program that's for marketing that uses technology to get you the information on whether a keyword's competitive, how much traffic it's getting, whether it's being paid for on Google AdWords, so people are paying for clicks. Because people are paying for clicks, chances are they're getting results, right? And then the last one, is it commercially... is it commercially accessible? Are people paying for it? There's some rules that you need to know about in order to really do a good job with SEO, and you can't do it just with, the free stuff that's out there. You're going to have to lay down a little money, and I'm not talking about, thousands of dollars unless you want to pay someone to do the work for you. You can do it yourself. So the link to the SEO plugin for WordPress and the link to the marketing software is below this video. If you're interested in watching a video about that, I highly recommend you do that. It's very, very, very helpful. So number 3 is build a template. And this is really easy. Build a template that can be used. Use WordPress. I don't know if you do or not, but I really, really highly recommend WordPress as the way to go if you're doing any sort of blog, because everything's kind of pre-done for you, so you don't have to bust your chops on creating everything from scratch. You just install it. It's ready to roll. There's plenty of videos and tutorials all over the place you can look at. It's not this esoteric piece of software that nobody knows about. You got to search the internet to learn how to use it. No, there's stuff out there all over the place. It's very intuitive. It's very easy to use. So WordPress. Highly recommend WordPress for your blog. So far, think of a title, standard guidelines, remember. You want to stay with it. You want to make your article attractive to people, but you also want to make your article attractive to the search engines. So there's an empirical attraction, with the scientific search engine algorithm stuff, and then there's people attraction, which is basically, do I like your article or does it suck? So number 4, build a template can be used. I'm sorry, that's number 3. Number 4 is add a picture. People forget this stuff. Add a picture, add a video. Okay? When you write an article, you want to add a video. So if you have a YouTube channel, you want to upload your video, and it can be a screencast just like the one I'm doing now. You can just be showing people, step by step how to do things. Or you could be going online and surfing and showing people your results. By the way, I use Active Presenter. There's a little icon up in the right-hand screen. It's totally free. I didn't pay a dime for this software. You just got to put up with the labeling, the branding. Probably covering up part of this headline up here, but that's kind of the way it goes if it's free, right? So think of a title. Title of your blog should be your name, okay? It's easy to remember. People know you by your name. They don't know you by, John's awesome marketing site. Okay, they're not going to remember that. They're going to remember johnsmithhq.com or sallyjoneshq.com or whatever the case may be. Okay, standard guidelines are how to write articles, how many words, keyword density, I could just go on forever. There's a million different things that you need to know. Like I said, that link's underneath. Just click that, go there, watch that. It's an awesome tool. It's free, works every single time. Tells you exactly what you're missing, what you're not doing that Google likes. And number 3 is build a template that can be used. Remember, WordPress is what I recommend. WordPress.com, you can just go there and download it. Or you can go to GoDaddy if you got GoDaddy hosting and you go in your control panel back in your hosting. Just call up GoDaddy and say, hey, show me how to install this. And when they try and, sell you, hey, you want to buy an extra? No, I just want to know how to do this. And they can tell you. Plus, there's tons of videos on YouTube. You don't even have to call GoDaddy if you don't want to. And just watch how to install. It's real easy. Control panel, click, easy install, name your folder, bam, you're done. Okay? It does all the work for you. And then 4, you want to make sure you add pictures and videos to your stuff. So you don't just want to be out there, plain Jane, plain vanilla Joe, with no pictures, no videos, no nothing. Pictures are very, very powerful. Pictures worth 1,000 words. It's true. So make sure you include pictures on your listing, your posting, that is, and make sure that you choose a picture, just 1 or 2. You don't have to just go crazy with pictures, although you can if you want. But sometimes pictures will detract from the content. So I spend more time on videos. I know that as part of the SEO guidelines that Google requires, you're required to have a picture on your article if you have a blog. So there has to be at least 1 on there, and the keyword has to be in the alt text on the image. Alt text is something that's covered. They'll tell you all about that at the link below the video. There's 2 links below the video. The first link is to that free plugin that works on WordPress. You can upload, start using right away. We'll tell you exactly what you need to know and what you need to do to please Google so you get higher rankings. That's on-page ranking, on-page optimization. It costs a lot of money. This plugin does everything for you. SEO people are going to, be a little nervous that you have that. And then the next one is making a whole lot of people nervous because what it does is it lets you zero in on the exact keyword that people are typing in, and it tells you how much traffic it's got, whether it's too competitive for you to get up on or not, and it also tells you the commerciality of the availability of it. Are people actually paying money for this keyword? Because if they are, and they've been doing it for a while, chances are they're making some money, because nobody really likes to pay for something over and over again and not make any money. Okay? I mean, some people do, I suppose, if you're not watching the ball. You got your Google AdWords account on, it's $10 a click, you set your limit at 3,000 per day. You can rack up points pretty quickly, I imagine. And I know some people that have. So the moral of the story is just to know exactly what's going on. And both tools at the bottom of this video are going to give you exactly that. I hope you enjoyed all the content I've been putting out. I'm trying really hard. Got a few compliments today. I really appreciate that from all of you. And share this on your social media site. And just share it everywhere. I think a blog is really simple, but to a lot of people out there, it's kind of a step. It's a big step, and they don't really know what to do. And there's not a lot of people out there showing. People just think they already know everything. I know that already. I don't need to. Okay, fine. Well, I'm going to go ahead and lower the bar, and I'm going to talk straight to the people that need help with the simple stuff. I'm not going to act like I'm beyond it or past it or above it or whatever, because that puts me out of reach. And I want to be within reach to you and other people that are interested in succeeding online. So anyways, this is Stu Johnson, Stu Johnson HQ. Check out the links below. Please share this with your social media channel. Leave a comment if you have a question or if something looks interesting, or if something looks weird, or if it's showing up weird in your browser. Tell me, and I'll do what I can to make it right. Anyway, thanks for taking the time out to watch this. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.